Hi guys, today we're gonna make some dipped eggs. I like to use these cage-free organic O's. They're non-GMO and they're organic eggs. They're grade A and they're really good. And I also use canola oil. This is a Great Value brand. You can use any brand. This is just the brand I use. And I also have this Hex, I don't know if you can see it, Hex Clad pan that I'm gonna be using to make the eggs in. And so with those, you have to put oil first. So I put some oil in. You don't need a ton of it, just a little bit. And then I take spatula I like to use. I kind of just spread the oil around with it. And then you want to turn the heat on to, I like to put it on low. You could put it between, low and 2. I wouldn't go higher than like 2. And then I put a timer on for 3 minutes. So the pan heats up for 3 minutes with the oil before you use it, because you're seasoning the pan with the oil. So that'll heat up for a little bit. And then I get my eggs out while I'm waiting. I'm gonna make 3 today of the dipped eggs. And I also like to season the eggs when I'm done with some salt. So this is just regular table salt. You can use whatever kind of salt you like or season it how you want at the end. And this looks like it's starting to heat up a little bit. So the oil's moving more. You can kind of see it moving. That's gonna heat up for 3 minutes. And then we're gonna get the eggs cracked and put in the pan. And if you're gonna use a spatula like this, I suggest there's ones that can take more heat than just like a normal spatula. They're made for heat. So I suggest getting one of those if you want to use a spatula for it. This one can take heat, so it's totally fine with it. And you can get them pretty much anywhere, Just have to look. Okay, it's almost heated all the way. And if you decide you'd rather use a regular pan instead of the Hex Clad one I'm using, you just take some like canola oil spray and spray the pan first before you put the eggs in. If you want to put oil in it too first, you can, but you don't have to. You can just spray it. Okay, now we're gonna get these eggs cracked. You want to learn how to crack it with one hand. You just put 2 fingers at the top and then kind of 2 on the bottom, and you're gonna pull the egg apart like this after you crack it. Like that. Or you can just crack it the traditional way and then just pull it apart from the middle. So now we have the eggs cooking. So what I like to do is I haven't changed the heat temperature either. This is a gas stove, so it cooks pretty fast. So I don't like to turn the heat up too high on here because it'll just cook it super fast. And I kind of just get under it a little bit, the white part. You can't flip it until it's a little bit more set. You can kind of get it ready. Kind of just loosening up the bottom so I can flip it easier. You kind of see on the other side it's already starting to cook. Cooks pretty fast. You really want to make sure you're getting it ready to flip. You don't burn it. This one you can probably flip right over in half. Just let that cook a little longer. This one you can flip. Now that almost all the iridescent parts gone, you can start flipping them. Sometimes they'll break a little bit. You flip it a little too early. But, yeah, you really want to make sure you wait till it's ready to flip. And it'll kind of have this nice crispiness to it. This one can probably get flipped over. You can use your finger if you're safe about it. I used to be a chef, so it doesn't bother me. But if you don't feel comfortable enough to do it that way, then just use what you got with your tools. See how that's kind of cooking nice. Get some color. Let it cook. You get a little bit of the stuff on the bottom, you kind of just scrape it. I like to kind of just scrape it out to the side. And kind of get under it. Move the egg out of the way. Kind of just get it out of the way. You don't want to eat that. One can get flipped. It's starting to get a nice brown color on it. Kind of just check them too, flip them again. Probably can get flipped again. good. And you can cook these as long as you like. Some people like them runny, so you can just call it good when it's runny inside, once it kind of has a layer over it. If you like it over, I mean, this one you can tell it's still a little bit runny inside just by pushing on it a little bit with your spatula. But if you, kind of just depends on what texture you like for it. If you like it runny, then you're going to obviously take it off earlier. If you want it like a little bit more cooked, then you're going to let it cook a little longer. When it gets to about this point, this is when I actually like to add the salt. And I just kind of do a little bit, not too much. You never want to add too much salt because once you put it in, you can't take it out. So you want to make sure you're not adding too much. I just usually flip it over after I salt it. And those are looking pretty good. And these also make great eggs for like egg sandwiches. If you want to put them with like some bacon, and you could put cheese on them with the egg and whatever you want, ketchup or whatever you want to put on it. You could do that. Or you could just eat them how they are. Either way, they're really good. You could put sausage with it if you don't like bacon. You could even try to like cut them up and put them into like a breakfast burrito with some hash browns and cheese and bacon or sausage. Would be really good too. Now that they're looking pretty nice and brown, I would say they're pretty good, and you can kind of see that that is pretty cooked inside now. So if you like it pretty cooked, then that's about where you want it. And they're a little bit browned at the white parts, so that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna stick these on a plate. There you have some awesomely cooked dipped eggs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me some likes and some subscriptions if you haven't yet, and have a great day.